In the last videos, we understood about different types of diodes, correct? Different types of uses of diodes, to be honest with you, like photodiode, solar cell, LED, Zener diode. So many of them we have learned. Now, in this video, let's try to understand another type of a semiconductor called a transistor. Now, transistor, you have heard about transistor, at least you would have listened to the word transistor many a times. Now, transistor is basically transfer plus resistor, transistor. Now, what is the meaning or what exactly is the function of a transistor? Let's try to understand that. Now, a transistor has three terminals. Okay, like diode has two, a transistor has three terminals. Okay, they are emitter, base, collector. Look at this particular figure. So, you have an emitter, base, collector. Okay. Now, what is the function of these three, emitter, collector and base, or emitter, base and collector? Okay. Now, emitter is the one which emits the majority charge carriers. It could be electrons or holes. So, emitter is highly doped. Okay. Emitter is heavily or highly doped and it is of moderate size. Okay. Moderate size. Now, the next one is the collector. Collector is moderately doped, but it has the largest size. Base is lightly doped and it is the thinnest of all the three. And it's actually very, very thin. Okay, now, so what you're seeing is that you have a transistor, emitter, base and collector. You understood the doping capacity. You understood the size of these three components, or you can say parts of a transistor, not exactly components, you can say parts of a transistor. Now, let's try to understand that how or what are the types of transistor first. Okay, then we can understand how exactly a transistor works. See, in transistor there are two types. Okay, one is NPN, look at the symbol, PNP, which is this one. So, we can say that a transistor is a semiconductor where one type of a semiconductor is sandwiched between other two types of semiconductors. Correct? Like when you say NPN, P-type semiconductor is sandwiched between two N types, and in PNP, N is sandwiched between two P-types. Correct? Now, this is basically NPN or PNP. You understood the symbol. So, wherever you see this particular symbol or these particular symbols, you know what type of transistor is being used in the circuit. Okay. Now, see, a transistor, how exactly it works? Basically, emitter emits the charge carriers, either electrons or holes. Collector collects them and base regulates the flow of charges. It's exactly this way. You know, to easily you can understand this one. Guys, think of a tap. Okay, a normal tap. See, in a tap, what do you have? Water comes from the pipe and it goes from, goes in the tap, correct? Now, in between, you have that, you have that faucet which you are going to turn, isn't it? Now, a transistor exactly works this way. The pipe which comes and which goes. So, you have emitter and collector. The flow of water is controlled by the tap, right? That is the function of the base. So, a transistor works exactly like a tap, but for electricity. That's all. Okay. Now, this is how a transistor works. Now, to understand in detail of how a transistor works, let's try to do this in the next video.